when I was a kid, they used to have the Disney Channel on cable would have, it was a premium channel that you had to pay for, but sometimes they'd have a free weekend. So you would watch, whatever you wanted to see, hope it was on there. So as, person up in the middle of the night, I wasn't much interested in whatever their Mickey Mouse stuff was, but, at 3 a.m, they might show Tron or, Something Wicked This Way Comes or some other cool property that they own that I would be interested in watching, right? So, it was a Disney free weekend, and I flip it on, and I hear the Christmas Story voice. And I'm like, I know this guy's voice. And then I'm trying to think, even as a teenager watching it, kind of in the middle of the night, half out of it, I'm trying to decide, is it just this guy's a narrator who narrates many things, and then that's why he's doing this? Or is this like a Christmas Story Part 2? So I'm watching, and, they talk, it's all fit in the Christmas Story narrative, and then he refers to his brother Ralphie, and or Randy, and then his brother calls him Ralphie, and you figure out, like, oh, okay, this is it. And I think Ralphie is played by Jerry O'Connell, the fat kid from Stand By Me, as he's most affectionately known. So I'm watching it, and I'm like, well, why has no one ever talked about this before? And I never heard of it again, I never saw it again, but I always remembered this weird movie, Ollie Hopnoodle's Haven of Bliss. Only saw it once in my life, half asleep, in the middle of the night, confused, but that title, that's a banger right there. That's a club hit. So when I was doing the research for this, I'm like, I'm going to dig up Ollie Hopnoodle's Haven of Bliss and lay it on people and let them know. And I stumbled into the Gene Shepard universe. Like, forget Marvel, forget Stephen King. Gene Shepard has this movie, Ollie Hopnoodle, plus he has a movie called My Summer Story, I think it was called. It was released under a different name. But then there's also a bunch of stuff prior to this that Gene Shepard all wrote and narrates the whole thing just like this. Ralphie's been played by Matt Dillon. Right? Natch, whatever you're supposed to say. Also, prior to this, he did a bunch of stuff like PBS did a couple 1-hour shorts, like 3 of them, I think, based on his stories, where he narrates, told in the same style, same, tone, everything. Where, there's a story of Ralphie falling in love in high school. So, if you're a big Christmas Story head, check out that, check out that whole thing. I'm sure I've popped them up on screen here for you to track down. Maybe if you really wanted to find these movies, you could look on like a, video serving website that might have them on there, that I found them on in like 2 seconds in the search bar. So, yeah, if you love them, check them out, man. What you don't want to check out is A Christmas Story 2. That is El Garbaggio. It was a total cash-in. They were trying to make money off Christmas Story. They bought, the name and the rights. The poster's a total rip-off. The story theme, instead of a bunny, they give a reindeer outfit. It just hits all the same beats, but it's just tired and lame. Yeah, no good.